Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today I am so excited because this has been a much requested video and I'm going to be sharing my current top 5 favorite foundations. I'm including my favorite foundation combos because oftentimes I will wear like an illuminating base, like an SPF, or just a highlighting base underneath with my foundation, or put a pump in my foundation. So basically this is going to be my current top 5 favorite foundation combos, and I may have an honorable mention. It's hard for me to narrow everything down, but I literally kind of tried to include something for everyone in my choices. So if you are interested in seeing my current top 5 favorite foundations and foundation combos, then let's go ahead and dive in. Okay, I am so excited to do this video. This has been a much requested video. Okay, before we get started, I should let you know that yes, I am 56 years old. I have dry, mature skin. I do tend to like a glowy finish, but I tried to include a few things in here for everyone. And I will share that none of these are in the exact order. I am starting with my kind of go-to that I've been obsessed with for months first, but I truly love each and every one of these foundations sort of for different reasons, which I will share. So we're going to start with my go-to combo that I can't seem to get enough. If you've been watching my channel, I bet you know what it is. This is the Creal Beauty. I absolutely love using the Brilliant Repair Shield, and they have it in vacation as well as staycation now. The vacation is a bronzy finish, I'll show you in a second, and staycation is more of what I would call sort of a champagne glowy SPF. I absolutely love this. And then Face Flex is absolutely magical. I just love it so much. So yes, it looks like a concealer, but it is something that you can use all over your face. This is the combination that I'm wearing today. I literally cannot express to you how good this combination is. So first of all, I will tell you that yes, I love the Brilliant Repair Shield. This has an SPF of 50, but I use this as makeup, meaning that I'm already going to have used an SPF on my skin before I put this on. Like, this is like bonus. So I today used my current favorite Color Science No Show Mineral Sunscreen as the last step in my skincare routine. And then what I will do is when I come to the makeup part, I will use this and put this all over my face like a glowy base. And I'm going to give you a little swatch of each of these. And here's a swatch. This one is in vacation, and then this one is in staycation. And she just launched staycation, this one right here, for us gals that are a little bit fair skin tone. That's what the staycation looks like. And then here's vacations, just gonna give you a little bit of bronze. And honestly, the other day I just mixed the two of them together, so it gave me sort of a nice little warmth to the skin. And I will put this on first, and as you can see, it's just gonna leave your skin with a healthy glow. It is not too much, it is not a disco ball or anything like that. But if you are somebody who has dry, mature skin, I do feel like those putting something like a little bit of a glowy base underneath your foundation just kind of livens up your complexion, and I just think these are fabulous. And then Face Flex is just a multi-purpose product. It literally gives you the best finish on your skin. I'm going to go ahead and mention that if you are somebody who loves a skin tint, what I like to do is I'll take her Moisture Source. This is an essence and it's literally one of the best. I love adding that into my skincare routine. Remember, I have dry skin, so if you have the lovely oily skin, everybody wants what they don't have. You can skip this part, but you can mix a few drops of the Moisture Source with the Face Flex and create your own little skin tint. Otherwise, I literally will just use what is on the doe foot applicator, and I just will kind of do like a little X here down the nose. I will do some underneath my eyes, on my cheeks, definitely on my chin, and then I will blend it in. And I love this because it can be sheared out. I would say this would give you medium coverage, but it literally is going to look like skin. It has some sort of magical power in here because it wears so well that I feel like it looks better at the end of the day than just putting it on. It just gives me a very nice skin-like finish, but with coverage, and it has a very beautiful blurring effect to it. Okay, let me first give you the deets about Face Flex here. Number one, the official name of this is Creal Face Flex Concealer and Complexion Enhancer with Caffeine. Probably didn't realize that the caffeine is probably part of the reason I love it. I just feel like it makes my skin look alive. It comes in 10 different shades, which I like because it's not too overwhelming. If you are my skin twin, I absolutely love 3.0, which is described as light with neutral undertones. This includes hyaluronic acid that's going to visibly plump your skin and creates a silky smooth texture. It has caffeine in it that's going to visibly depuff and diminish the look of dark circles, as well as aloe leaf extract that soothes and calms the skin, reducing visible redness and irritation. This product is vegan, gluten-free, and cruelty-free. And this one just hits all the boxes for me. At first I thought this was just a concealer and I was just kind of like, about it, but once I started using it like all over my face, I was like, oh my gosh, this is just perfection. I love it. It works in many different climates. I would say that I have worn this down in the humidity. I feel like it just works really well, and what I would say is it literally meshes with your skin. It is going to kind of look like skin. Like if you came up to me right now, you're not going to be like, whoa, she's wearing a ton of makeup. You may be like, I went a little heavy on blush today. But you wouldn't look at my skin and be like, wow, she's wearing a lot of foundation. So you get medium coverage. It just has something magical about it. And again, I love the combination with her Brilliant Shield Repair. And then again, if you are somebody who wants more of a skin tint, you can create your own using this combination with her Moisture Source. I often do that and then just go in with the Face Flex, add in a little concealer like areas where I need it. So absolutely love the Creal Face Flex. That foundation combo has been a go-to for quite some time now, and I cannot rave about it. Next, I'm going to kind of stick with the tint idea, the skin tint idea. This is again a little bit of a combo. I'm going to be talking about two foundations from Sweed Beauty. If you have not tried this brand yet, I would highly recommend it. I fell in love with Sweed. This is the Glass Skin Foundation as well as the Sweed Miracle Powder Foundation. I actually having a hard time kind of telling you which one I like better. And now, back in the day, I did really like the Bare Minerals powder foundation, and I would say this is like a more amazing version of that. It looks so good on your skin. But first I'm going to start with Sweed Glass Skin Foundation. So this is going to be for my gals that love a healthy glow. Anytime I wear this foundation, I literally get complimented on my skin. So if that's what you're looking for, you definitely need to give this a try. This is another one I would say is magic on the skin. Now, as the name implies, this is going to be suited for those that want that glass skin look. I do think this is going to work for all skin types. I think what I would say is, how I sometimes combine it is, if you have oily skin, you could still absolutely love this tint. It is amazing. But then you might want to top it with the Miracle Powder Foundation too, just to bring down a little bit of the glassy effect because you already have naturally glowy skin. So let me quickly give you the dates on this foundation. It is $48. It comes in 15 different shades. If you are my skin twin, I really like it in 4, light C, number 4 seems to be my perfect shade here. And this again is a clean beauty brand. It is basically a hybrid between makeup and skin care. This is the shade 4C. This is for light skin with cool undertones. This one has a silky, elastic texture that's going to feel comfortable and again look like second skin. This has medium coverage. It also has this light reflecting and flexible formula that is going to leave your skin soft and supple and give you that natural radiance from the inside out. This is infused with energizing seawater and seaweed. This is going to moisturize and protect the skin from external aggressors such as pollution and blue light. This again is a medium coverage foundation that is easy to build out. You can also sheer it out yourself just using a little bit. And I'm not kidding, anytime I wear this, I get complimented on my skin, not my makeup. There is a difference. And then I'm gonna go ahead and mention the Sweed Miracle Powder Foundation because before they launched the glass skin, I fell in love with this powder foundation. Again, I have more mature skin and I don't always feel like powder foundations are great for my dry skin, but I fell in love with this one because it is kind of like a magic filter. And I just take a little bit of this. I'm gonna go ahead, put some of this on just to kind of show you. And it is just beautiful on the skin. So it is going to actually provide me with some coverage. That's the surprising thing about some of these powder foundation. They actually can provide you with more coverage than you think. And I think what I loved about this powder one is, again, it kind of just meshed in with my skin. And this powder foundation is going to leave you with a little bit of a glowy finish. Again, not dewy, but it's going to not be like a matte. It's going to give your skin life, and I think that's why I ended up falling in love with it. I think the only thing I would say with this one is less is more. Like, you do not need to use a lot of this powder. You can simply brush it on just a light little layer, and it is going to blur your imperfections. It's going to give you medium coverage. And if you go a little too heavy on this, yes, I do feel like, at least on my more mature skin, I feel like it can look a little bit more makeup-y versus the Glass Skin Foundation. So just like any makeup product, if you put a little too much on, it can look a little bit makeup-y. Said I will use my Glass Skin and then just do a very light dusting of the Miracle Powder, but you can use this one on its own as well, and it just looks so beautiful. I do have this in the shades light and light medium. Both of them work well. They're kind of, and the thing that I like about the powder is that it's a very breathable formula. I do really like using the Miracle Powder in more humid settings. I will say that's kind of a nice way. Like if you are wearing makeup in a humid place and you feel like it's sliding off your face, the Miracle Powder is going to give you that beautiful blur effect. But it's going to let your skin breathe, is what I would say. So the Miracle Powder comes in 7 different shades. It is $45. The formula is clean. It's free from talc, bismuth, oxychloride, and it will let your skin breathe all day without clogging it. It's rich in antioxidants, minerals, and infused with vitamin C. It works on the most sensitive skins, and you can use it directly on your skin, or you can use it to top off your foundation. So these are products that are sort of like no-brainers for me. Like if I'm traveling, oftentimes I'm going to take foundations that I know are going to work in different climates, that I can build up for more coverage or sheer out for less. And these Sweed products definitely fall into that camp. It's also easy to travel with. It's like a little plastic little tube here. Definitely a fan of the Sweed Beauty Complexion products and beyond. They have some other great products as well. Okay, now speaking of travel, a foundation that I often just keep in my travel bag. It's one of my ultimate favorites. Probably no surprise to you all, but this is from Chantecaille. This is their Future Skin Foundation. I love this in the shade Vanilla. This is another one of these foundations that I find to be a little bit magical on the skin. I do want to give a shout out that I love Future Skin in a Pot, and I have used this for decades. Like I remember when this launched way back in the day. I was young, I didn't have a ton of money. I remember saving up and buying my first pot of Future Skin, and I do love this one, but then along came the Future Skin Cushion, and there's something in this that I love the finish just a little bit more. So I guess this would be kind of a twofer, meaning I love both the Chantecaille Future Skin products. Both of these are going to give you kind of a sheer to medium coverage. I would say that the Future Skin Cushion gives you a little bit more coverage. I would probably say a smidge more than the Future Skin in a Pot. I think what I would say, this one's going to give you that kind of a little bit more of a dewy finish. So the one that I am highlighting today as my like ultimate love is going to be Future Skin Cushion, because it's got a slightly more, I want to say, velvety finish. You can build this up for more coverage. This foundation gives me this very like kind of fresh, youthful look on the skin. That's what I would say about this. This is a water-based foundation, so it just glides on the skin like butter. This is the shade Vanilla right here. In the Future Skin in general, Alabaster works for me as well as Vanilla. I prefer the Vanilla in the cushion, again, because it gives my skin some life, I would say. Vanilla is described as being light with balanced undertones, so more of a neutral shade. To me, it seems like there's like a little bit of, I don't know, a little teeny bit of peachiness in here, but it tends to just kind of wake up my skin a bit. And as you can see, there's a little bit of theme so far. That a lot of these foundations that I absolutely love and that are in my top 5 are infused with skin care. So this is another one that is formulated with smoothing and anti-pollution skincare ingredients. It's going to leave your skin looking flawless, blur imperfections. The formula was created with flexibility, so one shade has the versatility to work with multiple skin tones, making it our most inclusive foundation to date. This is another one that I'm always going to travel with because I know that it's going to work beautifully on my skin. This one again meshes with your skin so well. I find that it looks better by the end of the day. This one's going to look like skin, and this one is just not quite as dewy looking as the Future Skin. So I would say this one's going to be great for like all skin types. And in general, when I'm using this, I don't necessarily feel the need to powder down, but for my oily skin gals, I could see them topping this with their blur powder on top, and you're gonna have like perfect skin. Like the combination of those two together will make you look completely flawless. So actually I'm going to link the blur powder down below as well. For my oily skin gals, I would say just get that combo because you're going to have absolutely gorgeous flawless skin. I will actually use that combination when like I want to do like a special event and I want my skin to kind of really look amazing. The Future Skin plus the blur powder is going to be the ticket. Now this is a bougier foundation. It is $146. It does come with a refill cushion when you buy this. So you're going to get a cushion and a refill along with this awesome easy to travel with compact. I love Chantecaille. This was also created to support the Shieldrick Wildlife Trust's Orphan Baby Elephant Rescue Program. So a little portion of your bougie foundation is going to go to that philanthropic organization. Feel good makeup there. Okay, my next favorite foundation is from Chanel, and to be honest, I love so many Chanel foundations. I could do a video just on those, so let me know if you want that video. Just kind of going through kind of all the different foundations and what I like about them and when I'm going to reach for them, kind of different, like from everyday to like red carpet ready. Which makes me laugh because I'm not going on any red carpets, but when I'm going to an event or a wedding or something like that. But when I'm wanting something with a little bit more high coverage, something that's going to be super long lasting and that I know is going to perfect my skin and make it look great, it is going to be the Chanel Ultra Le Tente. This is the All Day Comfort Flawless Finish foundation. I was kind of going through all of my foundations and I was like, which Chanel am I gonna pick out because I like so many of them. But when I think about like the one that I'm gonna reach for, like that is a no-brainer that I know is gonna make my skin look amazing, it is going to be the Ultra Le Tente. And I personally love to mix in a little bit of the Le Beige, the Sheer Healthy Glow highlighting fluids. I have this both in the Pearly Glow and the Sun Kiss. So in the winter, what I will do with my Ultra Le Tente, and this is only because I prefer a little bit of radiance to peek through. This looks perfectly beautiful on its own, and I would describe this as a classic satin foundation. It is truly just gorgeous on its own, kind of the best all-around foundation, especially if you're looking for a smidge more coverage. That's what I would say is this is described as a medium to full coverage foundation. And then I tend to like to put one pump of my sun-kissed Sheer Healthy Glow highlighting fluid in the pump of this foundation, mix it together, and this one's always again going to give me compliments on my skin. So this is what I will reach for when I need a little bit more coverage, when I want something that's more of a classic satin finish. This foundation is $65. It comes in 32 shades, so that's what I would say is so far I've been kind of showing you foundations that don't have a huge range, that are more flexible with their ranges. Chanel has really expanded their color range, so there is going to be something for everyone. And if you are my skin twin, I am BR22 most of the year. In the summer, I can get away with BR32, and here are the two shades here. Right here is BR22, and then here is BR32. And honestly, I think part of the reason I love Chanel foundations so much is that I know my shade in their foundation. So if you've been watching me for a while, you can really overthink picking out my shade. Just for reference, I am somebody who has a slight warm undertone, but with a cool overtone. And what I have found throughout the years is that some neutral shades will pull out a little gray in my skin and kind of make me look blah. So that was kind of a good eye opener. And I had a Chanel global makeup artist who shared with me that I need to wear the beige rosé shades within Chanel because it's gonna give my skin a little bit of life. He was like, play up a little bit of that rosiness because it's gonna make you look a bit more youthful. And so that's part of the reason I love Chanel is I can go in, I know I'm either BR22 or BR32, but this is the foundation that I am going to reach for when I need something that's going to be longer lasting, when I need something that's going to be more of a satin finish. It's going to look natural on the skin, but or I might even describe it as one of those sort of luminous matte. It's not going to be flat at all. And this particular foundation truly works wonders in humidity. So did want to mention that out. Whenever I go to New Orleans, I'm always going to bring this little guy with me. This is going to hug your complexion while resisting sweat, heat, and humidity for a transfer-free result that doesn't require any touch-ups. A luminous Perfection Complex combines a soft focus powder with treated pigments to blur the appearance of imperfections and will brighten dark spots over time. It has plant-derived glycerin that helps keep your skin hydrated throughout the day. Out of all the Chanel foundations, I like different ones for different times, but like when I was going through, I was like, this is the one that I can definitively recommend for all skin types. And then again, if you're somebody who wants to add in a little bit of radiance, I would recommend getting the Le Beige, the Sheer Healthy Glow highlighting fluids. These are just so beautiful. They're just going to add a little bit of radiance. It's not going to be too sparkly or anything on the skin. Love to use that combination together. BR22 year-round with a pump of Sun-Kissed works great, or in the summer I will use BR32 in case you are my skin twin, but this is a classic for a reason. No-brainer, perfect foundation from Chanel. Okay, then last but not least, again, it's a little bit of a twofer, but we cannot finish a top 5 foundations without anything from Clé de Peau. Clé de Peau complexion products are incredible. Yes, they are expensive, but honestly, I think they're worth every single penny. Again, these are going to be infused with skin care. I will be doing a concealer top 5 next because I was going to say one of the kind of cult favorite products from Clé de Peau is the concealer, which by the way looks amazing on your skin as foundation. So I want to mention that real quick. But for myself, my favorite foundation from Clé de Peau is this Clé de Peau. This is the Radiant Cream Foundation. This has an SPF of 25. This one is like my favorite kind of everyday foundation. And in Clé de Peau, if you're my skin twin, we can we can go O20 or B20. I tend to like the B20, the beige 20s, because it's a little bit more cooler toned. The O's are going to be a little peachier. So in general, like I pretty much buy the B20. That's what I would say. They used to make a shade called warm beige in the 20 range that was like perfection. That was in this like cream to powder foundation that I loved that they discontinued. If they brought that back, I would literally say that was one of my ultimate favorites. But in the meantime, I want to mention this one. And then also this again is like a red carpet ready. Like if I want my skin to look just freaking incredible, I'm gonna do this one is the Radiant Fluid Foundation Matte version. Oh my gosh, like my skin will look just like completely incredible with this foundation. The matte version is again one of these new technologies that is a luminous matte. It's not flat at all, but I wanted to give a shout out to this one because I feel like for any of my friends that have oily skin, this one is just gorgeous. It is beautiful, and these products are just completely worth it in my eyes. So right over here we have B20 in the Radiant Cream, and then over here we have B20 in the Radiant Fluid Foundation Matte. And I am wanting to see if you can see the matte is definitely not flat, but it is going to provide you with some nice coverage. Both of these actually do provide you with, I would say, definitely medium coverage. This one I would say is more medium to full coverage. So the Clé de Peau Radiant Cream Foundation is $138. This does have an SPF of 25 in it. It comes in 24 shades, so it should have something for everyone within this line. This is described as a skincare based cream foundation with moisturizing medium to full coverage that visibly perfects the skin with a natural, dewy, lustrous finish. This one provides me with just such a beautiful finish. It's not too glowy, but it is super long lasting. It's easy to travel with as well, and it really keeps my skin nice and hydrated. So this would be my #1 favorite foundation from Clé de Peau. That's another brand we could do a deep dive into the foundations. And then the Radiant Fluid Matte Foundation has an SPF of 20. This is also $138. This is going to give you a soft focus skin effect, no filter needed, and it also comes in 24 shades. And again, this is going to be a matte finish, but it is going to be a radiant matte, so it's not flat. This one, I will tell you, I need to be a little bit more careful with the application because yes, it can look a little bit more makeup-y on my skin, meaning it's got a little bit more coverage, and if I put too much on, then I kind of find that it looks just, you know, a little too makeup-y. So in general, I have just found as I've been aging that less is more, and foundations that have more coverage tend to age me versus what I am trying to do. And this is what I like to pull out. Again, if I need something long lasting, I need something, maybe I'm in an environment where it's more humid, this is another one that I would pick out and gives me a little bit more coverage. But it is stunning and definitely worth mentioning. So those are basically my top 5 plus foundations. Clearly I have other foundations that I love, but I tried to go with the foundations that I really felt were either worth the money, the ones that I'm going to consistently reach for, the ones that are like my go-tos and my current obsessions. And as usual, I love to hear from you. What are your favorite foundations? Let me know what I need to get my hands on next. And as promised, I will be doing another top 5 in concealers. I think you will want me to do top 5s in each category. So this could be kind of a fun series to work on. I hope you found this helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back with another video soon.